Myself, I'm the Director of Manufacturing at the Killer Brownie company. Been with the company just around 5 years. So I oversee basically all scope of work that makes our product. Really proud to be there. We are still partially family owned. And it's been a really good working relationship for myself, for the company, and we've grown really rapidly. We are located in Dayton, Ohio, south of town. And we started in 1988 in retail environment, Dorothy Lane Markets. And so as now growth of retail, we moved into wholesale in the year 2000. And then the site that we currently work at, we've been in for the last 6 years. So we have around 130 employees in total. And we sell to a variety of retailers, wholesalers, etc. Across the United States and Canada. We have a core assortment of about 26 SKUs that we do year-round. We offer 3 to 6 LTO or limited time seasonals, and then there's always another 5 or 10 that maybe are one-time onlys that we've circled through. So 40, 45 SKUs that we could do in a given year. Right now, we've seen a lot of expansion in retail, most recently Target across the United States last fall in 2025. And then at Kroger, we started Kroger in most of the divisions in May of 2026. So TPC, one of my assistant managers went to a Pack Expo. I believe it was Chicago back in 2022. And we were looking at that time for a shrink film machine to overwrap our slabs. And you guys had a booth there. My assistant met you, started the relationship. You all came in, walked the site with us. We went through that solution. We ended up going a different direction on that deal, but we started our relationship then about 4 years ago. First solution that we worked on together was using Lexar Bell semi-auto case erectors. They're little hand erectors that are easily maneuverable. They take simple 110 power and a simple quarter-inch airline drop, and you can move them and set them up in any fashion that you desire. And at the time when we walked the site together, we were hand taping boxes and making them off of another case erector and bringing them to another location. And you had suggested to me that, hey, we sell these machines. I had no clue what they were, and we ended up demoing 2 from you with little to no cost to us for, I think it was over a month. And you trust us to have those machines, and we loved them. We ended up buying those machines from you, and then we bought 3 more pretty quickly because we had 5 streams coming off of that line. So that was the first major project that we worked on together, 2022, 2023. Yeah, so in 2025, new opportunities arose for different pack out sizes. We were doing small clamshells, bigger clamshells, and then wholesale slabs. And I was really looking for a solution that fit in our footprint, could reduce our downtime, because the current line we were seeing north of 30 minutes of downtime. And that's at like $250, $300 a minute in cost to us. And we had very much inflexibility on what we could do on that line because of the case erector at the time. And so the solution we worked on together was, we called it an all-in-one line, and it was our Retail 2 line. And so the key selling point for me was the Wexar. We purchased a WF30 auto adjust from you all, and that machine could handle any of the box varieties we had, and that was really a big unlock for us. And with the auto adjust features that machine had, we were able to simply press a button and it would do most of the adjustments for us, which made things scalable and repeatable. And then we used Fantech and Shuttleworth conveyance to bring the product to a nice hand pack station that was cantilevered over the box line, which we really love because we're in a really tight space, as you're aware. Additionally, we were hand stacking, hand labeling, doing those things. And so another solution that was part of that retail line was the Fantech case palletizer. That machine, what sold me was footprint. I don't have a lot of space. You know our facility. We're working essentially in 10,000, 12,000 square feet of space. And you were able to put in this palletizer with very little room, nice guarding that you guys made for us. And then you were able to find the end effector that we really needed to handle our corrugate variation that we see, which is that Koval head, which was another deal make for me in our relationship on that project. We had experience with another cobot we weren't really thrilled with. This Fantech experience we've had much better experience with. You brought in local support from their local office and to help us deploy, and we really enjoyed that solution. It's been working really well for us since. So originally we did have 4 total people on the bid for this project. And there was a couple other really good options out there. But for me, what settled for me and our team, our plant engineer and our vice president, the three of us really enjoy the relationship we have with you, and the fact that we have the consumable relationship. So we buy consumables all the time from you, and you know us and we know you, and there's been numerous deals and decisions made along the way where you always had our best interests in mind. And I felt that you were very clear with your pricing. And when we had opportunities in previous projects up to this retail line project, you always had really good follow through and responsiveness. So that's where at the end we were like, we want to do this project with you all. And we were grateful we ended up doing that. Yeah, so number one, I can't overstate it enough, the Wexar solution. So we purchased a WF30 auto adjust, which truthfully is more case director than we need in the current state, but we were really, you all leaned into a future state and deploying that machine in other avenues or ventures. That solution with a touch of a button can go from a very small case to a very large case, and it's very user friendly. We love the HMI, and it's just very simple to interact with, and it tells you when it struggles, and you know how to overcome those opportunities. So that was the key tenet, was that machine we kind of built the line around. But additionally, looking at other parts, the Shuttleworth conveyor, we had to take product from one direction, orient it, and bring it to a person to pack into a finished box. And at the time, we don't have the space and the length to allow us to have a hand pack station farther down. So you did this like U-shaped Shuttleworth conveyor. And what's brilliant about that is the slip torque belts. I didn't know what that technology was. I came down to the showroom here, and you had a demo with Shuttleworth on site, which was really impactful for us. And it turned out to over-deliver what was promised. And ease of use, ease of cleaning, it's been beautiful. It handles all the products really well for us. And our operators love it because there's almost no maintenance right now on that machine. And then finally, the Fanuc palletizer. We needed a palletizer. We didn't want to have just pallet risers where people have to grab finished cases because repetitive stress motion, ergonomics, etc. So you listened to us with, we wanted to enter with Fanuc on this project, and you ended up bringing that OEM on site with us. And then we even toured their facility in Mason, Ohio, which we found was really valuable and impactful. And even in current day, we're looking at doing training with them, and I appreciate the coordination you're going to offer us in that relationship. So really the Wexar was the sell for us, but this Shuttleworth and the Fanuc were just more icing on the cake for how that project turned out to work for us. The case directors we had were suction cup based with grip belts, and if you have corrugate that's maybe not ideal, maybe not cut right, suction cup technology just is not the best for that. And so we see variants just like everyone does probably. And so with Wexar, you have the pin and dome, and you're able to snap into that flute nice, pull it apart, and present it methodically, slowly, and it's all done safely. Lots of guarding on that machine, which we really enjoyed. But the pin and dome technology is really what sold us there. We needed something that was compact for space and being genuine. Our familiarity with full-on palletizers, we were not comfortable taking that next step yet for our people's safety. So the solution that was offered was the CRX30 Fanuc. And what I love about it, again, goes back to space and payload capacity. It met the payload capacity and it met the rates that we were requiring, which we have another palletizer, as you're aware of, and we knew that solution wouldn't work for us in this case. And so what I love, like I said, value, the price was great, and the payload capacity that gave us what we needed to handle the variety of cases that we were trying to palletize. So safety issues. We're moving pallets in and out of a very tight area, and so we end up having conversations around physical barriers that need to be put up due to our EHS manager requirement. And you were able to actually produce most of that on site for us, which I really loved. And it came out really clean. And we wanted to present to our people that we have to have respect for the robots. And so this cobot solution kind of gave us the best of both worlds, rate and payload capacity of a full-on robot, but the safety, all the features, the light screen, and the guarding that cobot offers us. So Measurable, the big one is downtime. We currently, like I say, we run 10-hour shifts. And previous, we were having 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, or more in downtime at that $250+ a minute rate. With the changes that we made in deploying this line, downtime on average for us is 30 minutes or less. And so just thinking about that dollar amount, I don't have a calculator on me. You can give me one if you want, but it's thousands of dollars a day that we're seeing on savings from downtime. Additionally, just return on investment for the equipment itself. So due to that line uptime and the change, the flexibility we have with the equipment that we deployed, it's helped not have to buy other equipment and other projects because you're able to handle all of the containers that we currently use. And so I can't really put a dollar amount on it for you, but that could potentially be hundreds of thousands of dollars that I'm able to keep these assets rolling and using them for a variety of our projects every day at the plant. One part, I can give you an instance, we do a 16 count tray. We call it an assorted tray. And actually I just had to do this math for a presentation, but old line, it would take 26 people to produce this 16 count tray. And on our new R2 line, we're down to 16. So I can't fathom the wage savings, but also the rate change. So most days on the old retail line, 800 to 1,000 cases was about the cutoff. New line, we're already seeing 1,150, 1,250, 1,250 cases a day we've peaked at with 10 less people and more rate. So the team has said that the box machine is one of the big pieces. The old case erector did not make that box very well. It would not erect it very well. The Wexar loves it, actually. I don't know why. It's like the perfect size. And so for us, that now that we're not stopping for box jams or corrugate opportunities, it's helped to increase rate. And then we use less people because the line is more compact, so we can work closer together.
So it's safe to say that you've increased throughput on that line at least 25%.
If not more.
Reduced headcount by
10 people. 10 people that I'm able to allocate onto a separate line. And now we actually, that program in particular used to be the entirety of our day. And now we're actually doing flow wrapping capabilities and some other pieces on other lines with all the same staff. So it's been kind of the best part of this entire project because we do that program at least once a month, if not twice a month. And with some of our national retail presence picking up, that program's only going to continue to expand. I came to you all, said I had a problem, and we ended up having many discussions up front. We came down the site and walked through the showroom that we're sitting in today with some of the solutions that actually got deployed. And so once we had those moments, you guys went to work and worked with your OEM partners in putting that solution together. So I don't even know how quick it was, to be honest with you, but from time of initiation to those first concepts was just a few weeks. And really enjoyed those early calls we had. And I was like, wow, directionally, this feels right. And so when we ended up deciding to work together and initiating those POs, really loved, we stayed on track. Our timeline that was discussed was shared. We had a couple little bumps, some change orders, but you were all very clear on costs. I felt it was fair. And we ended up keep moving forward. And then we had the timeline we had to hit deployment before Thanksgiving. We had orders due for some product. And I remember you guys had a show just a few weeks before, and some of the engineers came up and worked with us. And then Craig, you were up on site with me quite a bit right around that week, and we were able to make it happen. And so for myself, I had a sigh of relief because my name was attached to this whole project. It was a big project for Killer Brownie. And we were able to meet that deadline. So, but throughout the process, constant communication, ultra high responsiveness. I remember one night, I think I called you at like 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh, he's probably not working, but you answered. And we had a conversation, and you had something fixed in less than 24 hours. I remember it was the legs for that one conveyor. We had them on order, and then we had them on site when you said they were on site. The only other piece I would give you is some of the OEM partners that we had, such as Wexar and Fanuc. You had guys on site from those companies. That talent you can't just find anywhere. And it was really meaningful for us to have Fanuc in particular. This was a whole new robot for us. And you guys actually went above and beyond the scope of the project and had that field service engineer, I believe it was for 3 or 4 days. And that was not part of what I paid for. And so I appreciated that lean-in commitment because you felt it was necessary from day 1 and day 2 to continue having him on site. And that was part of what made the difference for us and what will make the difference for me to probably do more projects with you in the future. For us, the FAT was here on site, which was really convenient. You guys were great hosts over a couple different days, but we ended up breaking it up into multiple weeks. Early on, we had some pieces here ahead of time because they were ahead on the timeline, and so we came in and kind of did some micro FATs of specific pieces such as the Wexar by itself and the Fanuc by itself, and then when we brought the line together. But it was really magical. We shipped a lot of product here to you all. Told you don't eat it because it was out for a long time. And at the end, those FATs were really telling and helped avoid bumps farther down the line during all those visits. So I really appreciate that collaboration because, again, I've been through 8 FATs in my time, 9 now, and sometimes they're literally 6-hour events, 1-day events, and you really don't get to flesh things out. You guys took the time with us when we end up having to come back on a couple situations, and you put more time into that moment, and I really appreciated that because when we brought the equipment to site, it was able to literally be drop in, lag down, let's go, instead of, oh no, forgot X, what's going to happen now? So really appreciate the FAT moments we had. So we've been in almost 6 months. We had a couple small things come up after deployment around light sensors and other things, and we had calls, hey, we're missing something, we need this, click, worked with Donna. She is amazing and super responsive, and so everything has been handled that's been asked. Currently we're looking for some more training with Fanuc in particular, and you all are coordinating that for us. And I appreciate that step because you know us, you know our processes, you know at Fanuc who I need to connect with, and we're end up going to probably have some training at their site so we can continue to collaborate with that cobot even better. For me, if I'm sitting somewhere and somebody's like, hey, TPC, what do you think about those guys? I would say to you that they're transparent, they're approachable, they're easy to work with. The knowledge and talent they have here on site is second to none for me, and they're innovative. I literally sometimes ramble out a solution or a problem, and the solution is like, oh, let's do ABC. Or I'm unsure, let me point you in the direction. So for me, love working with the TPC team. They have been super instrumental in helping us grow, and it's been wonderful watching them grow as well.